Can you get a good Apple CarPlay or Android Auto car stereo for under $200? Yes, you can. And this video is going to show you how to do just that. Now, I've reviewed a lot of Android head units, but not many on this channel. And that's because, well, most of them are just terrible. So when I came across one that offered Android Auto and Apple CarPlay for under $200, let's just say I wasn't expecting much from this Atoto SA102 Starter. And I definitely wasn't expecting this. When you get the head unit, it comes with all your normal wiring harnesses, an external microphone, and an external USB that's going to be used to connect your phone for Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. The unit itself is pretty unassuming. It features a full HD 7-inch screen, an internal microphone for those who don't want to run that external one, a USB, aux in, and micro SD in, as well as an array of commonly used backlit buttons. The unit is a standard double DIN unit, so it should fit in most vehicles. But it was the back that really started to surprise me. See, the unit itself has an internal 4x45 watt amplifier, but it also has RCA pre-outs for your front speakers, rear speakers, and even a subwoofer. That means you can hook up your own amplifiers directly to these pre-outs to power an upgraded sound system. On top of that, it has a back camera input and an additional spot for a front camera. That allows you to see whatever is in front of you at any time. Now, once I plugged this in, I expected it to be sluggish and slow like most Android head units I've dealt with in the past. I was shocked because this was not the case at all. In fact, I never really noticed any delay when using it. Anyone that has used Android head units knows that is a huge bonus. I mean, even putting this into reverse instantly turned the rear backup camera on, and just as quickly when I put it into drive, it shut it off. Now, one of the reasons I think it's so responsive is there isn't much installed on it. There's the radio app, a gallery, the front camera, and of course the settings. And oh boy, there's a lot of customization in those settings. You can change the color of the backlit buttons, you can change the wallpaper, heck, you can even change the startup screen. But more than that, you can easily adjust the audio settings anytime you want. And you can adjust pretty much everything, including the EQ. And it includes some custom user settings. And this EQ can be brought up from just about any screen. And although the settings are pretty comprehensive, the amount of installed apps is rather limited. And I think that is the point. Someone that buys this really buys it for Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. So let's go ahead and check that feature out. So in order to connect to your head unit, you first connect the phone to Bluetooth. This is what makes and takes your calls and plays your Bluetooth audio. But to complete the connection, you also need to plug up your phone to that USB port. Now this completes the connection, and it starts the Android Auto process. From there, we easily navigate to all the apps that we have on our phone that are Android Auto capable. My favorite is, of course, Maps. Since this uses Google Maps from your phone, you have access to your traffic, your delays, and even your rerouting. This is much better than the outdated nav systems that used to come with cars. You can even play music from your favorite streaming source. Now, you can hand touch everything, or you can use your voice.
Okay, Google, play Pandora.
Sure, asking Pandora to play some music.
Using your Google Assistant, you can ask it to do just about anything. You can ask it to navigate for you, send a text message, play music, and of course, call someone. Now, if for some reason you can't say, "Hey Google," you can also press the microphone button. Now, having this assistant available has been able to settle some arguments.
Who shot first?
Han, definitely.
And even bring a little bit of joy when driving down the road.
Tell me a joke.
What did the snail say while riding on a turtle? Woohoo!
That's funny, Google.
This really is a great little head unit for under $200. Now notice I said under $200. I don't want to lead you astray and make you think that this is as good or better than a name brand unit costing 5 times the price. As with any head unit, there are some things that it doesn't do well and might even be a deal breaker for some. The first is it'll play downloaded video and audio. However, the only place to plug these devices up is on the front of the radio. Not a huge deal for me, but some might find that problematic. Also, the backup camera software doesn't have those lines that show you when you're getting in the danger zone. I have backup sensors on my car, so this really isn't an issue for me. Another somewhat problematic issue is that when you're using Android Auto, there's no easy way to navigate the radio station. In order to do that, you have to press your home button and then go to the radio. Well, that's because the radio app isn't on your phone, it's on the head unit, and that makes it a little cumbersome. Now for me, I don't really use the radio. I stream pretty much everything I want. But really, what's probably the most problematic for people is going to be the USB port on the Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. You need to keep your phone plugged into this USB port in order for CarPlay and Android Auto to work. The issue arises when you've realized that the port is not a fast charging port. That means that your phone will charge at a much slower rate. Now, I have a brand new Samsung Galaxy S20 5G, and I'm happy to report that it was able to charge my phone while playing Pandora and still using the navigation software. However, in about 30 minutes, it only charged at a few percentages. So if you want to add fast charging, you're going to have to add an external wireless charger. And that's due to the fact that you have to keep that USB plugged up for Android Auto and CarPlay to work. Now, this hasn't been an issue for me yet since it does actually charge my phone. But I do worry about older phones with bad batteries or someone that may be running a lot of background apps, or more background apps at least than I do. This fear may be unfounded, but it's something that you should probably be aware of. But honestly, if you've ever wanted Apple CarPlay or Android Auto head unit and you're on a budget, as long as you can live with its minor shortcomings, I would definitely recommend the Atoto SA102 Starter. It really is a great head unit and probably the best Android head unit that I have ever used. Now, if you like this video and you like audio in general, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and also like the video. Now, if you really like car audio, go ahead and check out some of these channels. I think you'll really like them. Hi-Fi Vega, Wilson Audio Labs, and DIY Audio Guy. Now that's all I have for today. So this is 123 Toyd, and I'm out.